Hey everyone, Coach Runk here. I got another video for you here today. This one's going to be on help defense. Now, before I go too far, defense and help defense is a really complicated subject. It involves a lot of different rules and things that depend a lot on the players on your team, the players on the other team, their ability to shoot the ball, to pass the ball, those kind of things. So because it can vary so much from coach to coach, program to program, and across ages, I'm only going to be covering the basics here. And we're really going to be just talking about help defense on man style defenses, not zone, since that's what most youth programs play. We also aren't going to be talking about screens because defense on screens is also very specific and something that can really vary a lot depending on who you're playing, who's setting the screen, who's rolling off of the screen, all those kind of things. So the other thing too, before we jump into definitions and a few other things, cleaning the glass. It's a website out there that they have a really great article with a lot of different video clips that I would encourage anyone to read. I'll leave the link in the video description. You can go in there and read a lot of different things about help defense, how the NBA approaches it. Again, very much different than what a team like mine at the fourth grade level. They approach help defense much differently because they obviously have a lot better shooters, and that changes the way you play defense. So let's roll into it.
Let's start to dive in by giving a definition of what help defense is. There's really kind of two definitions here. The first definition would be where a player drives at the ball, and a player that's off of the ball that isn't guarding that guy steps up to help cut off that drive, prevent a layup, or maybe contest a shot. The second would be if the drive occurs and then there's a pass, a defender may step up and contest a shot on a man that wasn't their man to begin with. Um, we'll be talking a lot about the first definition today because that's really the most common at the youth level. We're not generally worried about shooters 15 feet out making a shot. Usually that's not something that you worry too much about. We're really worried about cutting off drives, preventing layups. So in this scenario, what we've got shown on the screen here is a number of defenders that are in help positions. So the ones with X's are the defense. The guys in black here are on offense. In this particular scenario, what I'm showing here is number 2 with the ball. He's got the circle around him, is making a drive. That's what that squiggly is, and beating his man number 2 and making a drive towards the basket. In this scenario, what you would want to see out of the help defense is probably number 1, at least taking a jab at the ball, taking a swipe at it. If he's passing close enough to number 1 where he can make a quick step over, maybe he can swipe and knock that ball free before they even get into the lane. If not, we don't want him leaving his defender too far because he's still number 1's still pretty close to the ball. Number 1's main priority here, and same with number 4, is going to be making sure that they cut off any sort of passing lanes that number 2 would have as he drives to the basket. Why? Because main defender on this play is number 5. We want number 5 in most scenarios to step up and help. When he steps up and helps, we've got number 2 stopped with the ball here. He's going to be looking to make a pass. And again, that's where you would want these other 3 defenders to be in the passing lanes and trying to cut off a pass. Now, now that the definition is out of the way and you've kind of seen what that is in action, let's talk about a few basic rules that most coaches would agree on. The further your man is from the ball, meaning on defense, your man, the guy that you are responsible for guarding, the further that man is, your man, the further he is away from the ball, the further you should be playing off of your man so that you're ready to help. And that's what we have shown up here on the screen is defenders number 3 and number 5 in particular. You see how far away their guys are from the ball. They are sagging way off of their man so that they're in good help position. Why do we want them to sag so far off? Well, the answer is pretty simple. Because they're so far away from the play, if number 2 would want to make a pass, say to number 5, he's got to throw a pass across the court. That pass is going to take longer to get there, giving number 5 more time to recover, just to recover and contest a shot or stop another drive coming. Um, so that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is help should generally come from the weak side, which I just mentioned a minute ago. We want to be able to either contest shots at a higher level, maybe the junior high or high school level. You would want to be able to contest a shot coming from the 3-point line, so you don't want to get too far away from your man. You also want to be able to get in the passing lanes and prevent a pass from number two, maybe pick off a pass after that drive, um, should that happen. So help should come from the weak side generally because those are the longer passes. Rule number three would be, excuse me for the cough. Rule number three would be the help should come um, generally from the low man when you're talking about help at the rim. So if a player makes a drive towards the hoop and we're trying to protect the rim right here, whoever's the low man here would make the help. The same thing could happen, say, if number five was playing down here in the post, maybe he's on this block. Number five could still be playing about right here and still step up and help. Now, this is where we get into very complicated scenarios because at that point you're talking about now you've got a potential pass here to number five that's very short instead of very long, like he was when he was in the corner. Then you start to get into defensive rotations and everything, and I promised that I wouldn't get into real specific details in this video. But in general, help defense, this is what it looks like. You want to be able to step up, contest a shot, stop a drive, and make sure that you are preventing the offense from gaining an advantage and getting a very quick shot off. I feel like my videos wouldn't be complete if I didn't show some video evidence or examples of what it is that I'm talking about. So I got just one clip today, but it really shows the principles of what I was just talking about here. So this is Lakers Kings, and you're going to see Fox make a drive here, and Anthony Davis cut it off. All right, so Fox is he's got the angle on his defender. He makes a drive, and he's going in for the layup, and you see Anthony Davis here step up and create some nice help. And I'll play it on loop here for a second so you can see what it is that I'm talking about. And I'll point out a couple things as he does this. So first of all, you see Sabonis, he cuts out, provides some spacing for Fox so that he can make that drive. Spacing is key, as always. Now let me slow it down so you can see what all the defenders are doing here. So as Sabonis clears out and gives Fox an angle to drive on, and he clears out because he knows Fox is left-handed, he wants to go to his left. You see here number 15, Austin Reeves, he cuts over and does exactly what I just talked about in the last clip of this video, where he lunges over, makes a swipe at the ball. He doesn't get it because NBA players are very good at hiding and protecting the ball as they drive, but he does that because sometimes you're successful. The other thing that he does is he recovers to his defender real quick, or to his man real quick, so that he can't pass out for a quick shot. So you see here he lunges out, swipes at the ball, Davis steps up, contests, and cuts off the layup. Really nice help defense there.
So that's the basics on help defense. Again, I promised that I wouldn't get into too many details. Now, maybe next time we talk about defense, we can start to dive into some of these topics in more detail. Again, check out that article on cleaning the glass. A lot of good stuff in there, really for all ages. One last thing I'd like to add in. I've said it before, we win as a team, we lose as a team. There's one score at the end of the day, team A, team B. It doesn't say player A gave up so many points, player B gave up so many points. It doesn't work that way. So we have to win and lose as a team. That means on defense, we either get beat as a team on defense or we succeed as a defense. Help defense is critical to that. Everyone on the floor is going to get beat at some point, and they rely on their teammates to step up and help them out. All right, so that's it. That's the video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Until the next one, have a good one, everybody.